Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Only One Bonus Point, a light take on a deep game. We're your hosts. My name is RJ.
And I'm Law. How's it going, cuz? How was your Christmas?
Hey, Christmas was good, man. Christmas was nice. The only thing that could ever bring it down is what? Postpone games on Boxing Day?
Boxing Day postponements, boy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. But apart from that, it was a good Christmas. How was yours?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Enjoyed it.
Loved ones, time with the loved ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always nice. Always nice.
Cool. So, cuz, before we get into anything, before we start talking about the postponements, the blank game weeks, the potential double game weeks, the brand new free hit chip, let's ask our listeners to like and subscribe on the video. If you're listening on the audio, please give us a check on the notification bell or hit us on that 5-star on Apple Podcasts, because, you know, as I always say, we're babies in this game, and everything you guys do to support the team is appreciated, cuz it's been mad, isn't it?
It's like since we last recorded to the very next deadline, so much changed.
Yeah, immediately.
Salah and Trent all of a sudden not playing, the two most expensive players in my team in their positions anyway.
Just like that.
Gone, just obliterated.
Like it's like the second we finish editing, everything changed.
Yeah, instantly. we press send and then we were just getting notifications from other shit. Oh, mate.
Yeah, man, it was wild.
Most importantly, you've already touched on it, a new free hit chip. And for those of you who are unaware, FPL have come out and said that everyone is going to get a new free hit chip. Starting from game week 20. If you haven't used your old one, you'll have 2. If you have used your old one, you get a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And this is all because of the postponements and the pandemic.
Yep.
I kind of like how they've been a bit reactive to this, because it's true. It's like, for example, that Aston Villa game that got postponed 10 minutes or 15, maybe half an hour before the deadline.
Yeah, the one that made
transfers. Yeah, that's why we were fucking fuming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what were we supposed to do after we've made our transfers? Guys bringing, like myself, I brought in Watkins, and I thought, yeah, that's a great choice. And then the game gets postponed. It's a waste.
Yeah.
But
I understand it. I understand their intentions. I'm not 100% convinced that it was the right move to make.
Why are you rolling your eyes for? Why wasn't the right thing to make? You didn't even use the free hit.
I know, but I just feel like those that panicked pressed the button out of panic, or
you had an advantage over them.
I did.
Yeah.
But now, even though I now have 2, so technically people will say still have an advantage.
You do.
But
you have a bigger advantage.
But that game week, or the next blank game week that's coming up, the big one, the FA Cup one that comes up game week 30 or something like that, they've now recaptured a free hit that they wouldn't have had for a blank game week. That's going to be massive. That's an advantage I would have had, but I no longer have.
Having said that, the people that would have already used their free hit, would they have been smart enough to plan for game week 30?
Some?
I don't think so.
Some yes and some no.
I don't think they would. Not the ones that have already used it. The ones that have already used it, I feel like they're going to use it when these next double game weeks come up. I feel like they're just going to throw it in. Boom. They're not going to wait for game week 30 and think, oh yeah, let me cover this blank. I think they're just going to try and be aggressive. We don't know how it's going to work out, especially with these double game weeks. People think just because it's double game week, if you have all 15 players, yeah, you might have a better chance. But
yeah.
But
it works that way now. Most people have 2. Most people are going to hit, because there's an extra double coming up that wouldn't have been there because of postponements. Most people are going to hit that, and then which it makes sense when you know you've still got one covering whatever crap happens later on in the season.
True.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, I like chaos in FPL, because like I've been saying it all freaking season. I was getting bored of captaining Salah every game week, and now he's got one more game week before he goes off to the AFCON. African Cup of Nations, if you don't know. Bruh, I can't wait.
No, I'm looking forward to that as well. I am. I'm
Can't
looking
wait.
forward to
And
the
it's on
carnage.
Sky. If you lot don't know, it's all on Sky this year, so everyone can watch every game. Everyone can see it. Everyone can see if there's any injuries or any madness. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Cause before we keep rambling, what are we going into this week?
So today we are going to look through our points in game week 19 and 20. We're then going to go into our heroes and zeros for game week 20. We'll then look into all the fixtures that managed to go ahead in this last game week. And lastly, we'll look at our transfers for game week 21 and potential plans going forward into game week 22 with a double game week looming.
Lovely. 21's potential double game week as well, right?
Yeah, but a lot less likely, I think.
Yeah,
apparently.
we'll find out tomorrow. So, quick disclaimer, we're recording on Wednesday the 29th this evening after the Man City and... Who did they play? Brighton. No, they didn't play Brighton. Who did Man City play?
What, just now?
Yeah.
They played... Not Brighton. Wow. Who was the other team they played?
Wow, it just popped from my... Chelsea played Brighton. Who did Man City play? Brentford, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Yeah, so the Man City-Brentford game, we just recorded after that. That game ended 1-0 to Man City. Because I don't know how this league is going to end up. It looks like, obviously, Man City is going to win it.
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously, but they're the ones that have taken the charge. They're going to have a huge run towards the end.
Most consistent. Liverpool are going to be weak for the next few weeks as well, and they're already struggling a little. Not struggling, but they're not playing to their full potential. Chelsea are conceding goals all the time now.
We've got Man United Burnley to play tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that their game gets postponed due to COVID cases. And I know that sounds bad, but I mean it in the FPL wise, not because of their personal health. FPL wise, it will be amazing because Newcastle pulled up with a lot of cases, and United played Newcastle not too long ago. And
but United had cases previously, so they could have given it to Newcastle for,
That's a good point. But if they get a few more cases, they might postpone the game, or Burnley might call to postpone the game because I think it'll work out for Burnley if they postpone it. And then everyone with Ronaldo is screwed. Mate. And if you don't have Ronaldo, I think it's happy. But if it goes ahead, we're screwed. And likelihood of it going ahead is not high. It's high. It's probably, it's probably going ahead. That's why I'm clutching at straws. Let me clutch at the straws, man.
That's what I was just about to say.
Let me clutch the straws, bro.
I was just about to say it.
Let me clutch. I want to clutch.
He's reaching. He's
reaching. I'm worried, but we'll see in it. Worst things have happened.
Oh,
so we'll
trust
see.
me.
So we'll go into our points. Cuz I think you're going first. If you either put it on 19 or 20, you go first, right?
I think so. Two not so good game weeks. So the first game week 19, I went to do a double transfer. So I brought in, who did I bring in? I can't remember who I brought in now. I believe it was Brozier. Yep, I brought in Brozier for Dennis, because Dennis was blanking that game week. And then, what time was it? About 1:25. I started wanting Spurs assets. I just wanted it, but I couldn't afford Son without taking a minus. Didn't want to take a minus. I wanted to keep Salah, so I thought I can afford McGinn to Mora. So 1:27 comes along, and I put it through, but I'm in an iron. I'm not sure whether I should do it because I want 2 free transfers for the next game week, or I want more of this game week. I couldn't decide. I literally came down to doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's now 1:28.
Wait, what?
Yep, I eeny, meeny, miny, mo'd it.
You never told me that. You did eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
Yep, it's now 1:28.
Oh, mate. Wait.
And Mo landed on Mora. So I was like, it is what it is. McGinn out, Mora in, press confirm. Gateway error. Huh? What do you mean gateway error?
Oh, you got hit by the website crashing.
Oh, what do you mean gateway? So I refresh. 129 came up with the screen, but I couldn't see any transfers made. So I went to click on pick team so I can organize my team. Gateway error.
Everybody panic!
Refresh. And now it's 1:30. Game unavailable. I was like, I don't know if Mora's in. I don't know if he's on the starting lineup. Luckily, I've already set my bus team, so that's not something I was worried about. Captain was on Ronaldo, where I wanted it to be. In hindsight, didn't, but at the time I did. But then once the game had updated, it turned out Mora had not come into my team. Instead, I had McGinn. And in that game week, I got 40 points McGinn scored 0, and Mora scored 17. Pain. That was painful.
Wait, let that marinate.
Painful. So moving on, the stylish stars of that team. Sanchez in goal with 9 points. Odegaard with 9 points. Absolutely running the show for you lot, man. He's a big player. He's a big player.
Yeah, man. You mentioned it I think it was last week or the week before. You said about how you think you wanted to bring in Martinelli, but then you said
I watched him play
last time. And Odegaard was running the show,
Yeah,
and you're
literally.
right, bro. He really is the center of. He's the creativity.
Yeah.
He is. I don't want to say it too loud, but he is starting to show the potential. Not the potential. He's trying to show that he could replace Özil at his prime. Not obviously being as good as him, but he is a creative player. He is creating options for Laka, Saka, Martinelli. Even if Smith Rowe when he comes off the bench, bro, it's good to see. So yeah,
he is a player that if you bench him or you take him out your team, you will play different. Like your entire team will play different. Like that's the type of player he is. Yeah,
very different. Yeah.
The other standout for me was captain in Ronaldo. He's had a nice long break. Comes up against the Newcastle, who struggled for form and blanks.
Makes sense though.
Great.
It makes sense. He was well rested.
Yep.
Was he too rested that he wasn't match fit?
Yeah. Maybe didn't have the sharpness. I don't know.
Or United are shit.
Or United are just shit and lost to Newcastle. Game week 20. I took a -4 in this game week. I took Watkins out and put Edouard in. I took McGinn out and brought Jota in because I assumed, for the same reasons I assumed Ronaldo would beat Newcastle. Leicester had played, 2 days ago against Man City. So they've been run ragged. They're coming up against a rested Liverpool team. They're obviously going to decimate them. Didn't happen. Anyway, I also took out Alonso because I'm tired of the Chelsea double. Tired of it. And today was further proof. However, I took out Alonso and brought in Reguilon. Reguilon got 0 points. 45 minutes in the yellow card. So these decisions are not going my way, boy. They're not going my way. In goal,
I love it!
overall, I managed 36 points after a -4. My new rank at the moment is 210,559. I had Sanchez in goal, got 3 points. Alexander got 2 points. Reguilon 0, I've mentioned. Rudiger 1 point, and Cancelo ever present with 6 points. I got in midfield Jota with 2 points. Salah captain 0 points. Big fat 0. Most informed player in the world. Doesn't even come up blank. It
says 0. So then it makes you feel like he didn't play.
Exactly.
And you go to look and then you see it. -2. Ooh, juicy.
Yeah.
Flipping juicy.
That wasn't a fun watch. Other person in midfield, Foden with 11 points. Up front, Brozier with 1 point. And my shining star, my leading light, my bearer of weight, Edouard, 14 points.
14 points.
And lastly, I still have Ronaldo to play Burnley, which will go ahead.
That's a great player to have to go ahead, though. That's a great player to see what's going to happen because he loves the moments. Like with Chelsea dropping points against Brighton, with Liverpool dropping points. This is
Spurs dropping points.
Spurs dropping points as well. This is perfectly United. And if United drop points too, Arsenal, we are in such, and I won't say it too loud, such a beautiful place right now for top 4. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna go too deep into that because like we know Arsenal, we don't like pressure in it. So my game week 19, I took a -8. I took a -4 quite early. I said it on the podcast. It was I brought in.
Told you it was risky. I told you it was risky.
What risky? It was alright actually. It worked out for me. Tsimikas for Walker, Martinelli for Allen, and then at the last minute, when I heard about the game, I thought let me be a bit reactive towards the postponements. Was bringing in Son, and Lord, not only did I bring in Son, Guys, you don't hold on to your seats. I doubled down. I
Mm.
doubled down, and it worked. It worked. Double down worked for once, and I made Son captain. So I had Ramsdale in goal, who got me 6. James got me 0 because he didn't play. Cancelo got me 4. Big man Tierney got me 13. Martinelli got me 3. Mount with 2. Gallagher with 2. Bernardo with 2. Benteke didn't play because he's got coronavirus, which I found out just today. And Watkins got me 2. Sanchez got me 9 on my bench. And my captain, Son, got me 16 points. Now, it's not a crazy captain's points, but in this game week was perfect, especially for a Salah blank and a Ronaldo blank. I was already shook that I took out Salah. I was already shook.
He wasn't even playing that game week.
Right, I was shook. Oh no, sorry, yeah.
He wasn't even playing.
The following weeks, innit? I was shook. The following weeks, though, you could be shook. If you take out Salah, you should be shook. I was shook.
If you're not,
I was shook.
you're not, then something's wrong.
I
If
was
you're not
shook.
shook,
I'm
something's
forgetting.
wrong.
I'm forgetting everyone knows what happened in game week 20, but I was shook. So moving into game week 20, yeah, I got 41 points. I didn't take a minus. I rolled over my transfer, which another thing, yeah, that was stressful. Where I really wanted to make a transfer, but I wanted to go into because we should get some news about the double game week 21 or most likely double game week 22. If they're both double game weeks, at least we're gonna get the information probably from tomorrow. I wanted to have 2 transfers for that, maybe take a -4 or something, or just do 2. But I wanted more info. I got 41 points. Sanchez got 3. Chelsea decided to just do what Chelsea does. James got me 1 because he got injured. Not really much you could do there, but at least I can take him out because that's 6.2 million that I can save up. Cancelo got me 6 as he always does. He always does some sort of return. He's just so consistent. Alexander-Arnold got me 2. Simmegas got me 2. Mount got me a nice assist, got 4. Gallagher got 0. Bernardo got 3 because he's playing this holding role and it is killing me. Dennis, as you always say, Dennis the freaking menace. As you decided to get rid of him, I can't believe it. Mr. Dennis the Menace got 7 points. And Benteke got me 1. So it looks like he's finally coming back into the squad. And I had no subs ready to play. So that is me at the end of the week. I made Son captain, who got me 12, which again is so much better than 0.
Just a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I put up a gif as soon as I saw that penalty miss. Yes, oh, and I knew it. I felt it.
I felt it too. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching it and I felt it. I felt it. Even the rebound, I knew it wasn't going in.
Prime Video, yeah, they had a different angle for the pen, and when I was watching, I was like, he's gonna miss. And I saw the head. I thought the head was gonna go in. I thought the head was gonna, and I saw it hit the bar. I was like, yes. And I thought the rebound, whoever was gonna get the rebound from the header was gonna go in, but it wasn't gonna be Salah. But yeah, so yeah, man, it's beautiful. So that is giving me a nice green arrow. I think it's 50,000 places. I am now 377 overall rank. But I think that might drop to 390 when people get their subs brought in. But the difference between 390 and I think the top 190 isn't a lot. Like there's you can make huge gaps in 3 or 4 points in that area. But it's a green arrow at this funny time, and I've got a rolled transfer to use in game week 21, which we're hoping, I'll say it again, that we get all the information. We find out if both game weeks are double game weeks. I'm hoping they both are, and I'm in a great place.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm happy that it was a low scoring game week. The average is 15 points.
Jeez, is that an updated average?
So far, that's not been updated. Yeah. That's not been updated. That was from yesterday. So
live average has it as 27. Average is 27.
That's still amazing to me.
Yeah.
Average 27 points. The highest is 93, probably from somebody doing a madness. And they did their bench boost, which I think is wild when games are being postponed. But surprisingly, they had players playing the whole thing. Wow. They managed to get every single player playing. Wow. It's crazy. But yeah, man, so game week 20, we have, 5 games that I played. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Nope. 6 games. Who would you say? And obviously we've got Manchester United Burnley to play. Who would you say are your heroes and zeros?
I was surprised. I thought you were gonna skip past it again. I was just
Never.
waiting. For you.
Never.
I was
Why
just
would I do
waiting.
that? I was ready this time.
Well, my first hero, I think, is obvious. My shining
Gotta say
light,
it, man.
my glimmer of hope,
Glimmer of hope. Leading light.
my leading light, Edward. I'll be honest. His assists, a little bit jammy, but I'll take it. Like there were more, there were more on the player shooting rather than him doing it. But you know, points are points at the end of the day. He's not scored since October. Banged in his penalty. And dismantled Norwich. Done exactly what I wanted. This is what I want when I make a transfer.
This is what I want to happen. This was supposed to happen.
Now on, that's what you do.
That's how you do. When you play FPL, that's what you do. Yeah, man. Alright, so for me, mine has got to be Jared Bowen. 3 assists. And I feel like he could have had goals. He could have had more. He had goal disallowed. He was insane for West Ham. I just don't... Since he's come back, been insane. I have to give it to him. Flowers. Bowen.
Yep. 0.
Yeah, man.
Obvious again. Mohammed, the Egyptian fraud. Salah.
Whoa!
My emotions are getting.
Tell us how you really feel.
My emotions. Let me just sip this drink. Hold on.
He said the Egyptian fraud. There's nothing in there, cuz.
There's a little bit.
That's just dribble. That's just dribble.
A little bit
I
backwash.
said the Egyptian fraud. Whoa! All right, I don't agree with him, guys. That's just his opinion. I don't agree. It's just the game. Egyptian fraud. Wild.
Your 0.
Yeah, my 0. If you're gonna go with Salah, I'm gonna go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't think he did nowhere near enough.
Yep.
It's either him or Jota. So
Yeah.
I feel like Leicester did their job, man. They did the thing.
Yep. Leicester did their job, and my second hero goes to their man of the match, Kasper Schmeichel.
Oh. I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna take my one. I think
I know who yours is, but yeah, Kasper Schmeichel, boy. So he made some great saves in the game. Obviously saved the penalty, but yeah, he was. For considering he's been under a bit of scrutiny recently, he had a great game.
Yeah.
Great game. So he's a hero for me in that game.
All right. So who's my hero?
Dewsbury Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Dewsbury Hall, 4.4 million, 0.1%, young boy, finally into the squad. Everyone's like, who's that? Even me. I was like, who the fuck is Dewsbury Hall? Right? And he had such a great game.
Well, he had a sick game.
Sick game, man. Like, if you wanted to let people know what your name is, that's how you do it. And he got an assist as well. And you'd think of all the games to produce this sort of performance, it wouldn't be against Liverpool.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dewsbury Hall. I feel like a lot of people on wildcard, free hits, even maybe just a transfer. He's someone that people will be looking at to bring.
Yeah, I think so.
You can save a lot of money, and he has played since he's been brought in. The last few games, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries.
5 games, 45 minutes. He played the first game, and he's played 90 the whole time. Like, I mean,
yeah, they got a lot of injuries, so he's likely to get more time.
But if he keeps playing like that, and don't forget they've got Ndidi going off to the African Cup of Nations.
Yep. And Samari. Wait, no, Samari's French, isn't it? Samari's French.
Amate.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Like what? Yeah, he's done well, man.
Yeah,
He's done very well.
To keep this boring, I'm staying in the same game. I'm going to mention the one person as my 0 that you never mentioned, which was Mane. Wasteful.
Did he play?
Wasteful.
Did he play? Did he flipping play?
Unbelievable. That chance that he had when he was 1-on-1 and just hit it over the... Who is that? That ain't Mane. Who is that? What is going on with this guy this season? In the last 2 seasons even. He had a little good purple patch at the end of last season, and that's it. Yeah, he's not been at the races, and he definitely, like you said, wasn't even there that game.
All right, so my second zero, a bit harsh, but I think needed anyway, is Adam Armstrong. Where is he? Where is he going to show that he deserves to be in the Premier League? He banged that one goal
After we complained.
and I'm complaining again. So
And actually, I'm going to agree with that because he took Brozier out of their starting lineup. For what?
For what?
For what?
Brozier has shown immediately how good he is.
But he came off the bench and nearly scored. That apart from a sliding tackle from Sanchez, they would have won the game. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, man. It's in the Premier League. I know it. Whether it's harsh or not, in the Premier League, there's no space for error. Like, I mean, if you're out for a couple games, you're gonna get scrutinized. If you're injury prone, you get scrutinized. If you're not scoring goals every 2 games or making a difference in the squad, you're gonna get scrutinized. And as you should. There's a reason why it's the Premier League
At every level, whether you're considered the best or you've just come in at every level, that's what happens. Yeah.
There's a reason you're especially as a striker.
Yeah.
Especially as a striker. The two get the worst: striker and goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Come on now. Why? Because they're involved in the most important thing about the game: goals. That's it. Anyway, cuz not many games going on. Let's do something we don't normally do. Because, you know, it's not going to be a long episode because there's not many games. What are you predicting for Manchester United Burnley?
Oh, I'm predicting a 2-0 win to United. Ronaldo with 2 goals and Ronaldo with 2 assists. Not joking. No, 2-0 win.
Change the whole game rules.
2-0 win. I don't know who will score though, but yeah, I reckon at home they need a response after what happened at Newcastle. I think they'll finish the game 2-0.
I think Burnley are going to take them.
Yeah.
I say take them, yeah, maybe because of gas, but I think Burnley are going to make them drop points.
Yeah, I think what we spoke about is maybe they've had too much rest. I can't remember the last time Burnley even played. I wonder if they'll be a little bit out of it. A little bit less sharp than they need to be. Maybe. And with United playing at home, and again, like I said, needing that reaction, I think United will take them. With
Cornet back as well.
Is he back?
I think he might be back, and it'll be his last game before he goes. So I don't know, man. They look in good spirits. I see Cornet put up a video of them in the gym, listening to music, showing them how to do it. Like you see, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ben Mee. Stiff as hell, giving a little jiggle, but you know, I don't know, for some reason, and I just feel like they're gonna make them drop points. I don't think they're gonna batter United, no way, not at home. But I just feel like they're gonna make it hard for them because you know Burnley like to defend, and United they haven't really got going recently. Like I haven't seen them at a point where I thought, yeah, okay, now they're catching some steam.
Apart from the very first game against Leeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they looked like they were going to win the league after that game.
But that's Leeds.
Yeah,
we know how leaky Leeds are. So I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm going to tune in tomorrow happily, and I don't know, man. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully Ronaldo gets rested.
Yeah, that's a worry though. That could happen. It could happen. Yeah.
All right, cuz, this is before we go any further. We'll go into a quick break, and then we'll go into the fixtures left and see what we're doing for game week 21 and 22 for our teams, transfers, and ideas.
Welcome back from that quick break, and we are going to bring you the fixtures from game week 20, starting off with Crystal Palace 3, Norwich 0, Schlupp, Mateta, and Edouard with goals each. Edouard with 2 assists, Hughes with an assist. Edouard with 3 bonus points, Mitchell with 2, and Kayute with 1. What do you think of this game, cuz?
Edouard was balling.
He really was, wasn't he?
Looks like he's finding his feet now. He's finding his feet, man. Like the sort of form that we saw at Celtic, we're starting to see glimmers of it now. And of all the people that Patrick Vieira will go through, he'll go through AU, Benteke, and Edouard, or he won't take out Edouard.
Yeah, I don't think he
He
will
always
either.
takes out AU or Benteke. It's
Especially,
never Odegaard.
I know Zaha was only banned for one game, weren't he?
Yeah,
Because it was the
it's
yellow, it's
red
not a
card,
straight
yeah.
red. Yeah, yeah.
And also, like, I mean, he seems to be his main guy, man. Yeah.
Him and
works well
Gallagher.
with Zaha too.
Him and Gallagher. Gallagher was missing
yeah.
this game though, wasn't he? So yeah.
Yeah, illness apparently.
We all know what that is.
Well, if it's COVID, he shouldn't be available for the next game, right?
You wouldn't think so.
Boy, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Other than that,
Mitchell, very impressive.
yeah, Mitchell's a good player.
I feel like he's getting better because I don't know if guys remember, maybe 2 seasons ago, or maybe last season, it was last season, the beginning of last season, we were talking about Ferguson coming to be the fullback that Crystal Palace needed since Wan-Bissaka left, and he got injured straight away, and then we had to deal with Mitchell. Everyone got Mitchell, like, who's this Mitchell guy? And Ferguson is now fit to play. He's back in the squad. He was on the bench.
Played 8 minutes against Spurs, I think, the week before.
8 minutes against Spurs. And now Mitchell is just flying.
Yeah, yeah.
So will Petr Vieira take him out and bring in Ferguson? Different manager, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Doesn't Mitchell play on the left and Ferguson's on the right? So they'll be able to play on both.
No idea. I just remember that. I remember when Ferguson went out. So maybe Mitchell switched sides to cover Ferguson. I don't know.
No, yeah, Mitchell took Van Aanholt's place when Van Aanholt was injured. Then they brought Van Aanholt back, and they just kept playing Mitchell. Yeah, because Mitchell was playing better than Van Aanholt.
Over to the other side.
They had Klein and Ward on the right, innit?
Yeah.
They bought Klein because of Ferguson. Yeah, so they'll be able to play
so
both.
then they can play them both then.
Yeah.
If Ferguson shows that he's back
capable.
to capable of his sharpness, capable of his ability as before. But yeah, I feel like they did very well about Zaha.
Yeah. Maybe even better. Maybe even better. I think they had a bit more dominance.
Chill.
I think they had a bit more dominance.
It's Norwich.
It is Norwich, though. That is true. It is Norwich. They're
dead.
Although Norwich were causing them problems at the end of the game, but it was far too late by then. Far too late. Yeah. So
is there anyone from either team that you're looking at?
Norwich is a big fat no. Palace, I've already got Edouard, and that would be it. They got tough fixtures: West Ham, Brighton, and Liverpool. The next 3, so tough fixtures anyway. So I won't be looking at anyone else. Yourself?
But then after that, they've got Norwich, Brentford, Chelsea, and Burnley.
Yeah. So I'll probably hold Edouard to go towards the end of those games. But yeah, outside of that, I won't do. What about yourself?
I was looking at maybe a sidestep move from Benteke to Edouard. But Benteke could be making his way back. Like you said, the pitches aren't the best. The only person that I could potentially bring in is Mitchell for 4.5 million. And he could be my bench fodder until they come up to the nice games that they have, so I can cherry pick which games I want to use him in. Apart from that, not really. Do you
have Gallagher? Or have you got rid of him?
I've got Gallagher.
Yeah, you got Gallagher already as well. Yeah,
exactly. So I don't want to triple up on.
Yeah, no one wants to. That's a bit much.
Like,
it's a bit much.
Yeah. Who knows if Gallagher will stay on my team though? So.
Yeah, true.
And I'll be I don't know about him, but yeah, Palace. Yes, they're a funny one. They're up and down in terms of form, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Norwich, of course not. No.
We all know your opinion on Norwich. Yeah.
If it wasn't for Palace, we would not be talking about them. But yeah, Eze doesn't seem to be back to full strength, to full fitness. Elise seems to be very good, but again, not really showing much in this game. Was he even playing in this game?
This Mateta kid was, isn't it?
Yeah, Mateta was playing.
Yeah, he's
a striker.
He's only played like 80 minutes the whole season. So I don't know if he's someone he's looking at or if he's just someone he's brought in because they've got COVID cases and red cards, and it's probably more the case than this guy's going to play every week, I think. But if he does start playing 5.2 as a forward, if they're scoring goals, not a bad shot. But it's whether you want to wait and see if he's playing first, I reckon.
All right, cuz let's go to the next one. I'm not talking about them.
Next game, Southampton 1, Spurs 1. Ward-Prowse with a cracking goal. Kane with a penalty, Son with the assist. Red card to Salisu, 3 bonus points to Forster, 2 to Ward-Prowse, and 1 to Sun. Yeah, poor from us. 60 minutes, 10 men should have put that game to bed.
You should have destroyed that game.
Yeah, that game
It
should
was
have
so
been.
open.
Yeah.
Walker Peters had a great game.
Walker Peters had a really
I
good
know he got a
game.
yellow, but he covered a lot. But obviously, you do that when you're playing against your old club. You want to show them that, you know, why you didn't believe in me or that.
Yeah. I think a few decisions were a bit harsh. The offside was offside, but armpit hair it was just hard to look at. But the goal, the Doherty goal against Forster, was never a foul.
It was a goal, man.
It's never a foul.
It was a weak goal, but it was
yeah. Never that can't be called as a foul. That means you can't even go next to the goalkeeper. Basically, it's madness. Madness.
Yeah, that was very poor, but very good from Forster because he brought the complaint straight away.
Yeah. He done what you do, innit? He done what you do. Yeah. With VAR looking at it though, it should have been given, but it's what it is. It shouldn't have mattered. A decision like that shouldn't have decided the game. That's the whole point.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have.
Yeah.
All right, so from these two teams, I don't think I'm looking at anyone apart from maybe a Spurs defender, possibly. Maybe Brozier from Southampton.
Yep.
No one else. That's the only two that I feel like... Because I've already got Son.
Yeah.
I think 2 assets from Spurs might be nice because, you know, your next few games, you've got... what's happened there? You've got Watford at home, Watford away, Arsenal at home, Chelsea away, Southampton at home, Watford at Wolves at home, and then Man City away.
They're not the best, they're not the worst. However, we are one of the most likely teams to have a double because we've had so many postponements, which is why people are interested in Spurs assets more than anything else.
Yeah. And you don't have that big of a squad to be rotating so many. So a lot of players could play both doubles.
Yeah, a lot will. Yeah. Especially defense-wise, I think.
Yeah.
Me personally, it'd be between Son and Kane, but I'd rather have Son and Ronaldo than Kane and a Manchester United midfielder, because Manchester United midfielders, the only one is Bruno, and he's not at the races. So maybe a way of bringing Son in. I'll probably give Salah one more week, but it would be easy to go Salah to Son and then have Son Ronaldo. Probably the most likely move, but whether it's going to be this week, next week, or whatever. But that's all I'm looking at. I've already got Brozier, so I'm not looking at anyone from Southampton. Yeah, that's me. I've already got Reguilon as well, so who might have to come out because I don't know if it was concussion why he came off or an injury. I haven't read into it. I don't know yet.
All right, so into the next game, Watford won West Ham with a demolishing 4. Dennis got the goal for West Ham. For Watford, great finish as well.
Yep.
Noble, Benrahma, Souček and Vlasic with the 4 goals. Bowen with an incredible display of football, 3 assists, Antonio with an assist, and King with an assist. Of course, well deservedly, Bowen got 3 bonus points, Souček got 2, Noble, Benrahma, and Dennis shared 1 bonus point. Cause Dennis the Menace indeed.
Dennis the Menace, bro. What is he? Second behind Salah in goals and assist contributions in the league this season. Doesn't get talked about enough. That does not get talked about enough.
Bruv, but with 9 goals this season, only Vardy, Salah, and Jota are ahead of him. And look at the team's differences. Yeah, man. Dennis the Menace indeed. Yeah. Your guy, you got him, right?
Nah, got rid of him. He's a guy in AFCON, isn't it? Yeah. Future planning. Future planning.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So we saying in terms of this team, is there anyone you're looking at from West Ham or Watford?
West Ham, Bowen's always a shout. I was thinking about Bowen before I got McGinn in, but then they blanked, so I didn't get him. That's a shame. I could do Jota to him, but I don't know. I think I'll probably keep Jota for when Salah's gone. So I don't think I'm gonna drop Jota down to anyone.
And Mane as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I would take Bowen, but I just ain't got room to move to him at the minute.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, the same. I like Bowen. I've already got rid of Salah, so to be honest, that's an easy move for me, or potentially King, because obviously Dennis is going, but because of Dennis's price, he could be someone that could just sit on the bench for the. Was it how many weeks they're out? 3
or 4, yeah. 4 if they make the final, innit? So yeah, it's like yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
It could be as low as 2 if they don't make it anywhere. So
yeah.
West Ham, they got a good run. Their games do look very, very tasty. Their next few games, they've got Crystal Palace away, Leeds at home, Man United away, which I feel like that's an easy game for them. Man United it depends on who they're playing, and I think
I wouldn't say it's easy, but West Ham at home are just a dangerous team to go near. Yeah.
Plus, they like the big hitters. They love the big games. Watford at home, Leicester away, and then Newcastle at home. That's a lovely run. And then Wolves at home after that. Even it's a very good run. So I like Bowen. Benrahma seems to be showing some sort of form now. Cresswell is due back soon. Not that I want to bring in someone that's not in the squad yet, but Souček has scored. He's going to start doing what he did last year. I don't know.
I don't think
West
so.
Ham got a lot of... Antonio scored, though.
Antonio got assist, didn't he?
This game week, but he scored last week.
Oh, he scored last week, yeah.
So, I mean, now that he's got, that goal out the way, would he be back to normal form? Because he was undroppable.
Yeah, he was insane. I remember when the season started, I said he ain't going to leave my team. That was a lie, obviously, but yeah.
Not a purpose one.
So, COVID, things happen, but yeah.
Yeah. So into... Ooh.
No, go on. I wasn't going to say anything important anyway.
Into the shocker. Leicester 1, Liverpool 0. Lookman with a well-taken goal. Dewsbury Hall, I said it. Dewsbury Hall with the assist. Schmeichel with a penalty save. Salah with a penalty miss. Yep, Salah with a penalty miss is wild. Schmeichel 3 bonus points. And Martin with 2. And Castagna and Dewsbury Hall with 1 bonus point. Cuz... Wow.
Wow, indeed, man. Wow, indeed.
This is going to set everything apart now. Now everyone's going to be like, you know what? I don't need to captain Salah every game. And now, really, I think for me, the biggest thing was not having Salah for so many game weeks before he goes away. Because I thought he's got a big point to prove. And both game weeks he's blanked. It's only one game week I now have to worry about, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with him doing one, bring up one haul, or he does well in one game, and I've got a lot of players to cover for Salah in total before he leaves. But, bruv, Wagwan for Liverpool, they had Van Dijk back and everything.
Yeah, Van Dijk was making those tackles that we mentioned, the ones that he covers up, but that Lookman goal away, it was so well taken. Matip was fooled. Yeah, it was so well taken, and Leicester deserved it, man. They fought for everything. They fought for it.
Michael's a different man. Yeah.
But it's just mad. They were so weak, bro. And Didi and Amati as your 2 centre backs, like they were weak. Where was Jota? Where was he? The whole game. And Mane is so wasteful, bro. So wasteful.
He was very greedy. I know Jota is probably the most greediest player on their team. I know, and that's with Salah in it. But Mane and Jota were so greedy this game. It was wild. It was wild. I don't know what they were thinking, man. It was yeah. Anyone that you're looking at Leicester?
At the moment, they've got good fixtures, man. Norwich, Burnley, and Brighton. Before they then have to play Liverpool again, where they're going to try and exact their revenge. But at the moment, no, I don't have room to get them in. They rotate at the top quite often. You don't know if it's going to be Iheanacho, Daka, Lookman, Vard. You just don't know who's going to start. Maddison's probably a good shout, but they've had games thick and fast. They've got a lot of injuries. Even though they managed to dismantle Liverpool, I still don't trust the amount of injuries they have. Yeah.
For me, Maddison. I know he took a little knock before he came off the last game, but if he's all good, I think he's.
Brendan said he's fine. Brendan's come out and said he's fine already.
Yeah, Maddison's a great shout. Great with those fixtures and the fact that he's pushed Tielemans back. Tielemans was covering his place, surprisingly. I didn't know it at the time, but the way Tielemans has been forced backwards, Maddison is their guy. He's everywhere. Yeah, man. Liverpool, nothing really. I think Jota's a great shot because obviously their 2 biggest attackers are going to the African Nations Cup. But
will they be as prolific? Is the question, isn't it? Will Jota be as prolific without Mane and Salah
will
either side of him?
Will that press be as pressing?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They think it get that bad. Look at that joke there. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work without those main guys in the team because they're gonna have to play completely different. Yeah. So
is Matip going as well? I haven't seen because that could be Matip and Keita leaving for AFCON as well. So there's a good chunk of their squad that's going to disappear.
And a lot of their strong players.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a lot of their, break up the play or press, strong and fast players.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that keyword, pace and power.
Like the commentators like to say, innit? Athletic.
Yeah,
they love to athletic.
Guy will curl it into the top right-hand corner for time.
He's so athletic.
Pace and power. Pace and power. Well, where's the technical ability? But yeah, I think Liverpool are going to suffer. The thing about their squad is mainly about their first team. They don't normally have their first team.
They're a much weaker squad.
Same.
Yep, I 100% agree with that.
I think they're going to suffer. But yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for Cops moaning, boy. That guy is going to moan.
About the little tournament.
He is going
about the little tournament, yeah.
Next game was played today. Chelsea won. Brighton won. Lukaku with a goal, finally. Mount with the assist. Wells. Out of...
That guy Wells. But I'm sorry, I'm still in shock. What do you mean, finally?
Lukaku? He
scored last game as well.
Oh, my bad. I was unaware. Goal and assist off the bench. Oh, okay, sorry.
Do you know what? Yeah, the commentator. I don't know what Primer say. Yeah, commentator. He's like, "Oh yeah, Lukaku's had a poor season, 4 goals this season." All right, but man has been injured.
He has been injured for a while.
Flipping hell, guys! Come on. Lukaku has been balling every time. Well, not every time, but since he's been back at Chelsea, he's been balling. But sorry, continue.
It's because just before his injury, he went like 4 games,
3 games, yeah,
4 or 5 games, I think it was, without a goal, and then he had his injury, and then I think it's the fact that Tuchel didn't bring him straight back in. He was like bit part playing him, which doesn't help because it looks like he's played games. In reality, he's only played like 10-15 minutes.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
Anyway, Wells knocking out that clean sheet. Another one. How many games? How many games?
Beautiful header.
How many games they've gone without a clean sheet now? Cucurella with the assist. Don't have the bonus points here, but it looks like it's going to be Cucurella with 3 bonus points, Lukaku with 2, and Welbeck with 1.
That's what it's currently standing out. Sometimes it changes, but I think it's going to stay that way. Bruv, Brighton pushed it to Chelsea. Chelsea are showing a lot of lag.
They are. They're showing a lot of weakness, man. This fixture schedule, like Tuchel seems to be. It feels like he thinks he can rotate more than he can. Like he needs a set 11 and then take a few people in and out. But it's like he's trying to do too much.
But he doesn't rotate that much.
He's been rotating.
He was in the beginning. The last few games he hasn't been rotating much. He's been rotating on injuries, yeah. But he's got the depth. But it just doesn't seem to be going well because Christensen came off injured. James came off injured. And he brought on Chalobah and... What did he bring on for Christensen? He brought Chalobah on for Christensen and he brought on someone for...
Alonso for James. Alonso for James.
Thank you, sir. So now, with Ben Chilwell out to the end of the season because he's going to have surgery, it looks like Alonso's nailed in.
Yeah, I know.
Chalobah might be a good run as well.
Yeah, I think Alonso will start getting benched, man, because he's awful. He's actually awful for them.
Bench for who?
They have that Sal guy. They played him there a couple of times.
Sal or Saul?
Sal, Saul, I think it is.
The midfielder?
Yeah, but they played him at wing back a couple of times already.
Oh, mate, that's wild. That's wild. If Alonso gets knocked out for him, that's wild. That is madness. Aspilicueta's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's oh wow. Yeah, Chelsea, they got...
And they could play Hudson-Odoi there. They've done that before.
Yeah, they play Hudson-Odoi there. But to pick a player that's going to constantly play, like, I know Mount is doing well at the moment, but in general, flip a coin, mate.
Only Rudiger.
You don't know. I'm Rudiger. Yeah,
Rudiger, yeah.
Out. And Thiago Silva, it would be Thiago Silva, but he's not got the legs for it.
Yeah, exactly. With the fixture congestion, he's gonna get chopped and changed as well. So
yeah. To be honest, with their double blank in 24 and 25, I'm shying away from Chelsea players.
That's why I got rid of Alonso already.
As soon as I can, I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah, that's why I already got rid of Alonso.
I'm just biding my time. And Mount, Mount is probably the only person that I may even risk leaving him on the bench because he's always in the attack. Whether he scores or not, he's just around, which is a good trait you want. What about Brighton, bro? Anyone you looking at Brighton?
Do you know what? Before the game week started, I was looking at Mopay, but I just didn't want to get him in when they were just about to play Chelsea. But they have got Everton, Crystal Palace, Leicester. But then they do have a blank. I don't want to deal with a Brighton blank. It's just long. Why do I? I've already got Sanchez to deal with in that blank game week as well. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
It's enough. Oh, not to mention, it's enough. Do you know what? He didn't get his flowers, but Basuma, man of the match. What a game! I can't believe Arsenal dilly-dallied on buying him.
He's actually in his position. He's one of the best in the league at the minute. Like,
we got 2 days before the January window opens, and there's gonna be so much madness going on. But if Arsenal don't go and buy Basuma, yeah, that means we're choosing Xhaka over Basuma, and it's mad. If he plays like that against Chelsea in a team like Brighton, and Brighton on the West, you know, disrespect them because they haven't been playing.
We always said Brighton play good football. You can't take it away from them.
But they don't get W's.
So that's
why people like Basuma get forgotten. I think that'd be such a great buy, man.
I think it'd be a great buy for most teams in the top 6. I think he'd make most teams better. Like, he's that good. I think he'd make most teams better.
Let's just stick to Arsenal buying him, okay?
The last game, Brentford 0, Man City 1, Foden with a goal, De Bruyne with the assist. It looks like it's going to be Foden with 3 bonus points, De Bruyne and Ederson with 2.
Laporte. Is he going to get...
They don't normally share the last point, innit? If someone got you get double 2, they don't normally share the last point.
Yeah. Man City, though, dominant, but no goals. Like, 1 goal is no goals for Man City. Like, what on?
I mean, as long as that goal falls to the right person, we don't complain, innit? So...
Yeah. All right, mate.
I'm good.
Bernardo, bruv. Bernardo's pissing me off, bruv. Why is he playing defensive mid, bruv? It's annoying the hell out of me.
Pep's doing a new thing. We spoke about it before. It's roulettes. He's upgraded it. So it's not just benching players. It's adjusting their position, tweaking it, just so they don't get any shots off.
Mate. Yeah. He's I don't thought, but yeah, Bernardo showing great form during the season, but I think he's someone I need to get out of my team. Not that he won't play, but he's not getting forward at all. Like, even the one chance I saw him get, instead of him going for the shot, he passed it to the side. I was like, what are you doing? You've been given a specific role. Cool. Yeah, man. That means I would only leave me with Cancelo as a Man City asset, and it doesn't bother me, surprisingly. It doesn't bother me at all.
I feel like I have to have a City attacker because they're just too good.
Yeah, but who?
Yeah,
I would love to have Sterling.
Which he's gettable now that Salah's going to be out for a few weeks. He's gettable. He's a gettable player, but
Gettable.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like if I hold Foden, even if he doesn't play every game, like, it's easy to look at the next game week and be like, oh, Foden might not play the next one. But over 6 game weeks, I reckon he starts 4 or 5 out of the 6. That's the way I try and look at it. Otherwise, I won't. Like you said, I won't have a City attacker because I'll just be worried about the next game week all the time. So I try and think long term with City because they're going to get benched, but over the long run, he's going to get more points than most midfielders. So. Yeah.
I like that, man. That's good. That's a good point. All right, cuz going into game week 21. Potential double game week. We don't know. We'll find out more. We keep saying it. What do you think you're going to do? And will you make your transfers based on game week 22, which is guaranteed to be a double game week? What are you saying?
I will not make transfers for game week 22 because I've made the mental decision to free hit in game week 22. Yeah, I'm going to just hit that double.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
aggressive.
Before that hit came out, my original plan was to start planning for 22 when we did our last pod. So all my transfers were going to be based on who Ben Crellin most likely assumed was going to get it because I trust him that much. But then when the free hit came out, I kind of made my mind up then to try and target each game week's fixtures and not worry about game week 22. try and worry maybe a little bit further ahead, so I can just free hit and then go back to my normal squad. So that's where I'm at. So this game week, I'm not 100% sure about any transfers. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't got an idea of a single player that I have to have that I don't have. So I'm quite happy where I am. I'm happy to keep Salah against Chelsea. I think he'll turn it up against the big boys anyway. That's the type of player he is. Um, yeah, I don't see the need to change that. Maybe my only worry is Reguilon. I need to find out injury news on him. If he's injured, if it was just concussion, it's something he can get over. That's my biggest concern at the minute. Other than that, I'm happy to keep it the way it is.
Normally, that would be very funny to hear that you don't know what you want to do or anything like that. But I'm glad you said that, because during this time where things are a bit mad, that's the right answer. You shouldn't know exactly what you're doing right now, because if you're doing it, you shouldn't be doing it early either. With these postponements, it's worse than when COVID first broke out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because the way they're postponing games, you can't make decisions early. The only thing I would say is nobody should be making decisions in the last 10, 15 minutes. Only because, the last 5 or 10 minutes. Only because of the site.
Right.
Because everyone's doing the same thing. It may crash. You don't know what would happen, and you'd be stuck. So,
I mean, we didn't explain it. So the reason the site crash happened was because of the postponements. Just like you said, everyone's leaving it to the last minute, and FPL servers couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle however many 5 million people trying to make transfers at the exact same time. So, kind of want to do it maybe a half an hour before.
Half hour, yeah. I'd still do it last minute, which is still very last minute. Even doing it on the day is last minute. Just don't leave it so late that maybe you won't be able to make the transfer you want, and then you're completely screwed.
And set those bus teams. Don't be doing those bus teams 2 minutes before deadline either.
Please.
My goodness.
We've been saying that from day one. Set your bus team. It's called a bus team for a reason. Laura, what's a bus team one more time? It's been a while. We're in game week 20. What's a bus team?
So a bus team, simply explained, is the team that you set up straight after the kickoff. So for the next game week, you set it up. So your captain, you set your players, you set your bench. And the reason you do that is because if you step outside and get hit by a bus, you want to know that your team is set. So that is your bus team.
That's what I call it, bus team. And people are like, oh yeah, but why would you need it? You might not die.
Exactly. You might live.
Yeah, you might live. And then you have something to do on the hospital bed.
Exactly.
Come on.
You live, you wake up from your coma, you look at your beautiful points from 2 years ago.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Alright, so going into game week 20, I have 2 free transfers. And I've got injuries, so I'm so glad I had transfers in mind, but now they may change, because I don't know if I've only got 2 questions on injury. James is out. It looks like it's pretty bad. Gallagher is 50%. We don't know if he's back from his
Yep.
if he's gonna be back from his illness, whatever it was. And with Benteke back, that made it an easy decision. But I don't want to keep Dennis for one more game against Tottenham. I'm not sure. I want to get a striker in. I want to get Ronaldo in. Yeah. And I can do it because I've got bare money in the bank. Bare money. So I can get Ronaldo back in. But I also want to get rid of Mount. But getting rid of Mount would be dangerous when now James is injured. But really and truly, it should be Gallagher to get rid of. I said I didn't want to get rid of Mount. So because they got Liverpool, Man City, and Tottenham, and then 2 blanks. But getting rid of Gallagher would be a good option. And then finding a way to deal with James. It may end up being a -4 because of it. And I feel like it will work out because of being able to roll the transfer this week.
Yeah.
But I could feel the whole team. It's just the team that I would have. Some of the fixtures would be very unfavorable, like Arsenal versus Man City. I've got Chelsea versus Liverpool. So yeah, I'd have to go to the drawing board on this and think a bit more before the actual deadline, which is 1st of January, New Year's Day at 11 a.m. Now, guys, just like Christmas, please set your bus teams or make your transfers. If you're going to go out and get battered, you get hangovers, please sort your teams out before you go out. 'Cause
Yeah, sort them out before you drink. Sort them out before you drink.
Have a great New Year's time, innit? But we don't want you to ruin your FPL because of this. And this Christmas period and New Year's, it makes and breaks FPL.
Well, you know those minus 16s, those brilliant ideas you get at 2 o'clock in the morning.
It makes and breaks the team, man. It makes and breaks. So, cuz I think I will figure out a way when we get some more news about the double game weeks, potential 21 and 22, definitely 22. And yeah, then I'll have a bit more to give on what I want to do. But for now, I think I'm good. I don't think my team's in a bad position at all.
Yeah. I think I'm doing Salah captain again against Chelsea.
We always say people shy away from big games. I don't think it's the worst shot in the world. Did you decide that just because Salah missed the penalty?
Oh, no. I decided that because Chelsea ain't kept a clean sheet in a little while. And Salah doesn't normally blank. So I reckon he'll just turn it back on. I don't think all of a sudden his form has disappeared. So yeah, I think, and plus the rest of my team, Wolves are actually defending well. So I don't want to captain Ronaldo. Foden's playing Arsenal. You lot are playing well. Don't want to do that. I don't really have much more options outside of that. So that's another reason.
I think my captain's going to stay on Son. My vice at the moment is Mount, which I don't want. It could basically be Ollie Watkins maybe, but you know, against Brentford away. But yeah, man, I like the Youngmin Son against Watford away. Yeah. I would have definitely said I would have made Salah captain just because of the penalty, because Salah's one of those players. He doesn't like letting the team down. So after he missed the pen, I could see it in his face. He was serious. He will come back with a vengeance. But yeah, I hope he doesn't, because I don't have him in my team, and it's the last game I have to worry about. So we'll see. Because I think that's us good for this game week.
Yep.
We have to wish everybody a happy new year. We're going to see you, can you imagine, in 2022.
2022.
Yeah,
My goodness.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, cuz the gap ain't that big anymore, but still, it just keeps. It's there. It's there. It's just freaking there.
Bro, yeah. I just feel like I'm doing this all season. That's just me. Like,
bro, we're both
season.
doing. You're doing this here. I'm doing this. I don't know what is going on, bro. Yeah, man. My wave is a lot higher, man. I don't know. But yes, cuz we're all sorted for this game week. I will catch you next year. We will catch you next year. And we have been your hosts. My name is RJ.
And I'm Law. Thanks everyone for listening. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace!